You guys asked for a best of 3, so we're bringing you a best of 3. Spawning here to the bottom right side of the map. I already told the players. I'm just putting it there so they remember. It's going to be the Blue Terran, current king of this hill, with $200 in his pocket tonight. It's Future. And his opponent, this little kid, has captured my heart with some dumb play and some awesome tactics. The top left, the challenger, Vindicta. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with what tonight looks like, first off, there's some cheese going on, but this is a Shoutcraft style. If you guys remember the late TotalBiscuit, he would host tournaments like this. And in this King of the Hill format, that's how we're handling our Season 3 finals. Season 3, you might be wondering of what? Well, the Momentum Cup. It's a tournament we started a little while ago where we had some limited prize money. We said, look, if you guys help us raise money, rather than pocketing the cash through donations, we'll put it towards the next night's cup. And instead of doing a once-a-week tournament, maybe we do a tournament every couple of days. Well, it went so well through Season 1, 2, through months and months. We came here for Season 3, and almost every single day over the last 90 days, we've been live with Starcraft 2 at some time zone for some region. Thanks to you guys, the viewers, as well as our sponsors for making all this happen. So not doing shout outs to the sponsors right now or nothing. I'm just letting you guys know this has been an intense amount of tournaments that we've been hosting back to back to back to back. And I mean, we've already given out thousands of dollars through the daily cups on top of whatever we give out tonight. And I'm sure we'll see Season 4 and 5 and however long we keep this going for. So if you guys like this, you like StarCraft 2, maybe you're just getting into it because you got goaded in from the front page. Either way, I'd highly recommend hitting the follow button because my channel does some of the most StarCraft 2 on the regular, but it's at all different time zones. So if you want your best chance of knowing when things are going on, obviously follow Discord or Twitter. But if you want those Twitch notifications, make sure to follow the channel. Now, as far as did he see him? No, sadly. And so this is a bit of a surprise. But as you can see, fully aware of what's going on from this scout, realizing there's no barracks at home, he had immediately placed bunkers down on his side of the field. And we should note that, well, I've never seen this map before. First time again for everything tonight. There seem to be some extra Reaper hop-up spots. This is also being a little bit more problematic than I think Vindicta wanted it to be, but he's got it locked down. Because what he did was, with the extra hop-up spot, block it out here. So these little arrows kind of indicate where you can go. There's a small gap, I guess, or I'm not sure why you can't hop up there. It looks like there's like a little sliver of a gap or something, but regardless, this lockdown, and this blocked, there doesn't appear to be an easy way for Future to get into the base. So rather than overcommit, he's building a few more Reapers for some map control, maybe some extra harass, but either way, he's expanding and he's stopped dedicating to this attack, because if he was to keep dedicating to this, he would fall so far behind in the game. Every gas that would go to a Reaper would be delaying your factory further. Future's gonna land his barracks? Oh my god, it's gonna create like a little blocking spot here so they can't actually walk up on the Reapers. That's so clever. It also kind of secures his exit in a weird way. Kills this even above the starport. Are you kidding me? Future's so good. How did Future not go to GSL versus the world? Okay, so look, I'm getting a little hyperbolic, but this is still cool to see. And the barracks being here gives him high ground vision. The bunker here was meant to block out the jump up spot, but he misplaced it by 1 grid point because, of course, he's panicking right now, and who can blame him? The starport, he might even be able to kill the starport if he focuses it with damage. He's targeting the helis, pulls back on the Reaper micro. Oh my god, it's at 2 HP, and it lives! He lives! It's the Harry Potter Reaper, the boy who lived! This has been so well handled, and I just noticed there's some gimmicks to this map we aren't even going to get to see come out to play this game. There's some slow fields around the air spots on the map. That's kind of cool. Turbo Cruise 84 last season introduced the slowing fields, and I guess we're using them more for the new season. Was fully unaware of that until just now, but the Marines that are being made look silly, but they're adding extra damage. The Reapers are a big threat. They're killing the Hellions. That's going to be game! GG! And all because Vindicta lifted his factory. If he had just left it there, that would not have been a problem. But Future, that was so sick. So he saw the opportunity. He seized it in that moment. I mean, Future is... Someone call 911 because he's on fire. I don't care how lame that joke is. He is on fire tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, we hop into game 2 in this best of 3. Spawning here to the upper right-hand side of the map, we have the blue Terran player, Vindicta. And his opponent to the bottom left, current king of this hill, it's Future. Now, I don't want to spoil who's coming up next, but I should note that we are starting to get to best of 1 territory. Again, I'm balancing time above all else for this judgment call. So regardless of whether Vindicta takes this to game 3 or if this ends here, the next match will for sure be best of 1. But even I don't remember who's up next, and maybe this is cool for the hype, or maybe it's just Rifkin, you're dumb, but either way, we'll find out after. Archon XD, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. A little bit of a side note too, just in case we have any super nerds here who have been interested in the whole Alpha Star thing. And for those who don't know what Alpha Star is, real quick, DeepMind came out with this AI, I guess, machine learning program, and it's trying to learn how to play Starcraft 2 to beat people at Starcraft 2, and it's actually kicking some people's butt at Starcraft 2. It's not good enough to take on the pros just yet, but it's doing pretty darn good. If you guys are interested in any of that, that's pretty much all our YouTube channel has been. Nothing I've broadcast from there has really made it to Twitch before. Well, we did one stream, but that doesn't count. Majority of the stuff on YouTube is pretty unique. So if you're interested in some Alpha Star stuff, I would definitely recommend check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/BaseTreetTV2. But hey, enough with the self-promotion. We got a sick game in front of us. And we already saw World of Sleepers once, and it didn't really super impress me. Again, it's got this cool, I like the idea of the mineral walls, but it's only appearing to be at the thirds. So I think what interests me a lot more about this map, and especially if this goes to late game TVT, where you're building 4 starports and 5 starports, is that Rich Vespine guys are at the 4th. Now, because this is new and these guys haven't played this on the ladder yet, and it hasn't been like hundreds of game practice, I don't know if there's a best way to utilize that geyser. All I know is that if Bly was playing on our matches, dude, the first hatchery would be here. No question about it. So far, nothing crazy. Actually, what is a little crazy out of Vindicta is not walling off. But Future's actually going to proxy a starport. I want to go out on a limb and say that I hope it's Medivacs. You can do Liberators out of this and get them across the map that much quicker, and that's fine. But I think a Medivac first to elevator the Hellions while the Reapers join jumping up, then following up with a Liberator could be a really cool way to utilize this proxy. What is this new... What is this robe? Is that... That's Dare's emote? Dare's band robe. Are you kidding me? Burger robe. What is this abomination of an emote? Can I sue for this? No, it's base trade, and it's gotta look good. I don't know what this burger robe, burger daddy shit is. Wait, he's got 2 now. He's got daddy and robe. Burger robe daddy. Get out of my chat, Gendo Akari. Leave. Don't ever come back. You're banished. That's what ban stands for, by the way. Everyone thinks it stands for banned. No, you're banished, okay? Forever. I'm not sure how this SCV got up here, but he's actually whittling away at the one building the starport. It's not gonna get the kill, but just barely. However, the command center's stalled out from this attack. That starport out of Future, by the way, is pumping out a medevac, but with these Hellions getting a little bit low, actually, if you use the SCV to repair, that'd be awesome. But right now, if he goes and drops in the main base, he won't actually have much gusto when one of those Hellions falls over the second it touches ground. Banned-ish. Yeah. Banished is a good game. Oh, I didn't even connect those dots till Alva Lanker said it in the chat. Banish is like my go-to chill game. I really like it. I'm quite terrible at it, but I like it. Now here's the medevac. No armory, so it's not going to be Hellbats. Gotta be careful if those Hellions... Okay, I was going to say, you can break the lock-ons here, the medevac. It's running a little ahead of itself, though. However, you might just end up locking onto the medevac. No, you can completely destroy this damage out of the Cyclones by simply picking units up. Maybe that was his plan all along instead of going for a drop, knowing that there'd be Cyclones in the defense. If that's the case, that is some super IQ moves out of Future, and I really wouldn't put it past him, but so far, so good. Now, there's that Liberator following this up kind of as expected, but with 2 Cyclones out, there shouldn't be too much problem dealing with this. However, I should note that it's not Vindicta that's actually going for Magfield Accelerator, it's Future back on the other side of the field. This upgrade for the newer Starcraft fans from the front page, this doubles the damage of that lock-on ability that you saw a few moments ago, and you'll see here again in a second. Allowing the Cyclones to move and shoot, they'll deal 800 damage over like 30 seconds or something. Actually, how long is it exactly? Excuse me, 14 seconds. I don't know why I thought 30. Oh, double damage, double time, but no, it's 800 damage over 14 seconds. So it is going to annihilate anything with a tag armor on it. I mean, look at this. This is without the upgrade. Taking out one of those Liberators. Wait till Future has his own to fight with. J12 DSE says, what's the prize pool for this? It's $100 per win. So whether it's best of 1 or whether it's best of 3, it's $100 straight up. And of course, oh, I haven't really mentioned this today. We do have a Matcherino page, and we did manage to get some coupon codes tonight. If you guys want to type in !Matcherino, you can add some real money to the pricing available, but we'll talk about that more later. Just a little bit of a note since it's there, and it's not always an option. Oh, this tank's gonna have no problem pushing this off. Yep, first selling obliterated. Medevac way too low to go in. God, I can't. This new skin set. The medevac itself is not that stellar looking. It's the new graphics they put on for like the jets and stuff. It just looks so good. Now, of course, Megfill Accelerator finally concluding, but more importantly, the extra factories going down get scanned. Vindicta up to this point didn't actually have any confirmation that this would be mech. Now he does. And this will change his composition quite a bit, because if he was playing Bio, for example, he needs Marauders instead of Marines, or if he's going to go mech himself, that's a whole nother story. At the moment, he's not decided what he wants to do, but we'll find out briefly, because he will have to put down a 4th production facility soon, or else he's just going to have no production for the whole game. The Ravens are going to be really useful too. We'll talk more about their details in a moment. But as you can see here, oh my god, look at that. The damage of one Cyclone does not match the damage of the other. Now, he does still almost kill one, which is nice, but look at it, it's like three shots to kill. That's so ridiculous. It's Stim. It's going to be Bio. Vindicta's going to have to make some Marauders in the mix here if he wants to survive in this game. But right now, what he's really got to do is get these tanks in a good spot to anticipate this attack coming. Because as good as those Cyclones are at dealing damage, as you guys just saw how bursty that could be, they don't have much health. 120 is not much to live off of. Not to mention the Ravens are now very valuable too. This goes more again for the people joining us for the first time in a while, or maybe the first time ever tonight, but Ravens have an ability. If you played Brood War, you remember Ghost, they had that lockdown ability. It could basically shut down one single unit at a time. That's what Ravens do nowadays with their interference matrix. They can take out any mechanical unit for like 8 seconds or so. So yeah, you got these blazing hot Hellions coming in with a lot of damage, but then you can also just shut them down entirely with one spell. Realistically, it's why, yeah, right here you can see it in fact. It's why Ravens have become such an important and integral part of the matchup. And we went from having like 1 Raven be pretty common to 2 being the standard, to Innovation and others in Korea making 3 now the favorable number, and that's why you see Vindicta with 3 Ravens. Has not a lot to do with the fact that it's a mag, it just has a lot to do with the way the matchup goes, and frankly, Ravens are going to be good in all scenarios, because whether it's Bio or whether it's mech, siege tanks are always going to be a threat. Kind of like you see over here. This attack out of Future, though, really wasn't that committed. It was more like aggressive so he could expand while this goes on. Picking off like 9 workers was just nice, but not necessary for him. And I can't believe that medevac's still standing. How's that thing not broken yet? The skins look like they're from a different game, says CU. Yeah, I would agree. They look really... Some people say they look like Borderlands. I don't really agree with that. They look just, I don't know, somehow more celestial with things like medevacs, but then just more robust with things like tanks. So this like blackened outline, I guess. Regardless, if you guys are interested in these skins, again, you can check it out through the war chest. I should mention Blizzard is advertising through me, so this is an advertisement when I say it, but just to be clear, you can earn war chest XP for free. You could technically unlock the entire war chest by watching like 10 hours of Starcraft or something. Don't quote me on that exact number, but the idea is like you just watch streams and you can unlock your war chest without ever needing to play if you're, you know, maybe busy in real life. It's a really cool thing that they put in for it. I like it, but black border styling, making this stand out a little bit more, but the tank blasts stand out the most. Future's also in a funny spot with his upgrades. They're not as important as Bio upgrades. That's why you see Vindicta on a clear 1-1 lead, but of course the armor's coming out now. Interference Matrix is going to remove the tanks from the fight. This should be an easy cleanup now for Vindicta, who I'd say was about like down some 10-something army supply before this fight began. It's just a smidge, but you know, he takes a good fight. Now Future's a little bit trailing. Unfortunately, though, this game ends up being a lot more about air than it does about tanks and Marines. One player, ideally the mech player, gets ahead through Vikings and they have control of the map through the sky. Then, oh, forget what I'm saying, if these Hellions run in, no defense over here, puts the SCVs on hold position to try and reduce the kills, but still, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, where does it stop? 11, 12, no. Oh. 9 to 11. Never forget the SCVs that died here today. Actually, how many have died over total the course of this game? 31. I mean, the thing is, Vindicta's been losing workers, but he's also been covering his bases with them pretty well, replacing them without too much sacrifice to his army, but that's still just kind of showing you the pacing and the control Future has over this match. The fact that he's able to get this damage done in the first place. No workplace deaths since 0 days. You got it, Yoda. 2 medevacs boosting over to the side. Now here's the downside. One of the really big downsides to playing mech. You know, it's not that mobile, even as fast as Hellions and Cyclones are. It's pretty difficult to respond to these pushes, but I mean, look at this. The Vikings, the Cyclones, there's 0% chance these are going to get out of here alive. Oh god, he picked up too. That was a mistake and a half. That's going to sting for Vindicta, but of course he's pushing while this goes on, so it's not like a total sacrifice for nothing. The sickest distraction might just pay off as he starts removing these siege tanks. His own siege tanks start sieging up on that front line. But Vikings are starting to pick off the Ravens, and the advantage through the sky is not here through Vindicta. And in fact, those Vikings could land on top of the siege tanks and do some mega damage. Future also has moved on towards battle cruisers, which look a little silly, but they're actually a pretty good part of the matchup right now. I wouldn't say that they're what everybody's going to go to exactly, but they are going to be very valuable because there's not a lot from Vindicta right now that shoots up and deals well with battle cruisers, much less any air units, really. Vindicta's push, though, has successfully forced a lift on the command center. 4th base to the south now being assaulted as well. This is not a planetary fortress, so the Marines and Marauders have a lot of power here. Unfortunately, this is going to be 1 base denied, 2 bases denied. The drag and drop on top of the siege tanks a little bit. Some friendly fire damage, spicing things up. But yeah, pushes back 2 of these command centers. You know, Vindicta has not been doing too bad. He hasn't been super far behind on the income. But he has notably been behind. And now getting caught up a little bit here. This is definitely what he starts getting back into the game with. But oh, surprise at the battlecruiser. Shock and awe. Battlecruisers have the highest natural armor in the game. +1 on top of that. For 4 armor, these Marines are hitting for like, what, 6 with +2? 7? 8. Oh, I was almost there. Point is, it's still pretty much half damage to the battle. It is exactly half damage, actually, to the battlecruisers. I really like what Vindicta had done up to this point, and he's up 20 workers, and he's taking another base himself, but I almost fear that his air transition still might be too late at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong, if he just builds like unlimited Marines, he can eventually kill the battlecruisers, right? Like, they don't do a lot of damage, but they still do damage. The problem is, though, it's not going to go down like that. He needs some Vikings, and so he's finally got his production for air underway. He's going for upgrades as well, but I mean, this is really so late compared to how long Future's been pumping air. Vikings gonna have to land here, else that command center's gonna go down. Still might go down! Oh! Oh shit! That was a base kill from Vindicta! I don't know if he was even expecting that. But either way, it's a nice thing to get in this sort of situation. However, let's really stress that Future is behind his supply now. And with that command center going down, it might just stay like that for a bit because, of course, that economy is going to be missing. So many SCVs are idle. So many SCVs are dying. A base went down. Vindicta has managed to find a way to deal damage where I thought otherwise he just wouldn't. And look at that. Oh my god, that Rich Vespine guys are so glowy. The Terrazine or whatever in the SCV's hand. The battlecruisers look so clean, I agree. And this like electrical pulse on the neck. Oh, wait a minute. These guns are so much more pronounced. I never noticed that. There's a gun on the battlecruiser normally, but when it shoots down, it's not that noticeable. These ones, look at the turrets, they actually move. They actually track their target. Holy shit, that's some attention to detail. Again, like normal battlecruisers have that, but it's not so noticeable. That's cool. That's really cool seeing the gun turrets. 10 out of 10 on the detail, Blizzard. Vikings land on the ground to help with the fight. Vindicta feeling very much in desperate straits here, but I don't know if Future can break him. The siege tanks are definitely a problem, but he's cleaned up all the Vikings, so suddenly now, if Vindicta wants to play the air game, he really can. In fact, the battlecruisers are going to go down because while interference matrix is on them, they can't teleport out, and he's going to tie up the series 1-1. How did these guys get the whole war chest already? They didn't. I'd like to really stress here that the way it works... Actually, you know what I have? I have a stupid sellout screen for this. Ignore the sellout part of what I'm about to show you. Just an example here is that when we're in game, we can actually set the skins. I'm not doing this yet, by the way. Don't just ignore this, but I'm just showing you guys. You can actually set the skins of the players for the observers only. So these guys do not have the entire war chest unlocked. Nobody does. You can only at most have phase 1 unlocked. But we're going to take a moment to figure out this game. Future, not sure what he wants to pick right now. He's actually asking if we can use the old map pool. If I was really strict, I'd say no, but I said if Vindicta agrees, then yes, you can pick from the old map pool. So we're just waiting a moment here to figure out what map's coming up next, guys. But again, thank you for tuning in. If you are here new from the first time ever, front page, all that good stuff, I do hope you'll consider hitting the follow button. Don't miss out on future broadcasts and all that. But looks like even though Vindicta agreed to play on the old map pool, Future has chosen to still stick with one of the new maps for his pick. So we're going to go to Ephemeron. Give me just a moment to get this hosted, folks. Also taking a hot second here to, well, we'll get this lobby link out for the players, but more importantly, I got to go hit that boss. This is going to be easy. For Thorley, you're dead. Oh my god! Drewbear just gifted 10 subs. But, well, that's a really generous and awesome thing for Drewbear to do. Him gifting out subs actually just gave us some bomb energy. So in a few seconds, this will update and we'll have more bombs available. Bombs hit the boss for about like 500 damage. So even if you guys don't plan to play this game a lot or anything, I hope you'll at least use your bomb because that'll help us kill this boss a lot faster. And if you don't know what oh my god, that was worth 5 bombs! And Diet Soda gifted a bunch of subs too. Hey, bomb! We're up to so many bombs now. Oh my god. This ain't gonna look at fun. Let's hop into the game. But anyways, Rally's our new little sponsor game below the stream if you want to play. Oh my god, Manx SE2. Congratulations on killing the boss. If you guys want to play, oh my god, seriously, watch this. Hold on. I was going to go to the in-game screen, but watch this. 10 bombs because all these people gifted subs. Bam, bam, boom, 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 boom. We're going to just watch this boss's health evaporate if you guys pop those bombs. Thank you. Thank you again. These guys just gifted all those subs. I guess real quick to the folks who just got gifted subs, that casual reminder here that you will get an ad-free experience while watching the channel. Make sure you refresh the page. But let's get into the game. Ladies and gentlemen, things are tied up 1-1. There's $100 on the line for this game. The winner advances. The loser sadly walks away from the tournament. Maybe it's with nothing. Maybe it's with a lot. We'll find out. Depends who wins. But at the top left, he is the current challenger to this King of the Hill. We have the red Terran player, Vindicta. And his opponent to the bottom right, the blue Terran Future, current King of the Hill, with $200 in prizing earned so far tonight. But Diet Soda, or Diciode, and Drew Bear, thank you guys for gifting all the subs out. Music's going to play for a little while, but you guys are awesome. On top of that, we just had Regesto32 grace us with a Twitch Prime sub. Thank you kindly, sir. You know, speaking of sub benefits while this game opens, since nobody cheesed, if you guys aren't aware, we also give out replay packs exclusively to subscribers. So if you are a super hardcore StarCraft fan and you want replay packs from tonight, or you want access to every replay we've ever cast, they're all available in our Discord in the sub-only channel. So again, even if you didn't buy a sub, you had someone gift it to you, whatever, take full advantage of it, man. Get ad-free viewing for a month. Get the replay packs. We're going to be doing some subscriber-only codes for the war chest to give away in the upcoming days in our Discord as well. I'm not trying to bait anybody into subscribing. I just want to make sure that if you are subscribed, you take full advantage of it. Hammerhead Snark says, give me a rundown. Does the cost of the sub balance out the ad revenue, or do you lose money with the ad-free experience being removed for subs? Oh, we lose so much money. Before, ad revenue used to be pretty close to equal to our sub revenue. I can't tell you guys exactly how much. I'll get in trouble with Big Daddy Twitch, but now it's like a third at best. That being said, I'm kind of okay with the monetary loss because I'm not that greedy. I don't care about the couple of whatever dollars that are missing, but more to the point, I want to be able to reward you guys. You guys support the stream, man. Without subscribers, I wouldn't have the ability to put on shows. I wouldn't be able to attract sponsors. Like, it all trickles down from you guys. So if I can give you guys a better experience through no ads and stuff at the cost of a couple of bucks, I will take that hit. And see you. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel as well. But I forgot to put skin sets on for this game. Whoopsies, that's my bad. I was so busy playing with the stupid rally boss. Doing some damages. So we're going to see not all skins this game, but I guess it more clearly defines who is Hugh, as Vindicta is using the skins, Future is not. I'm definitely stealing some replay packs. Go for it, man. Like I said, we got the Korean pack. We just had the Korean finals. I think those are the most recent replays we posted, but I mean, like I said, you can dig through them all. You know, you're gonna hear a lot of people toad about their replay packs, and I know from just statistics, like not more than 20 people actually download the replay packs, but yeah, they're there, you know? And we probably give out more than most, but it's not a competition. I'm just saying there's a lot of value. The double Reapers here are threatening, to say the least. Future's not feeling super comfortable right now. He's gonna have to pull SCVs if he wants to hold this, or maybe not the Hylian spawn just in the nick of time. Whew. Got a little bit close there. Oh, Kyle. Oh, I can't say this name. That's something you guys are all going to learn about me. I don't say names at all. But I'm going to give this one my best chance. OC Iomin? No, wait, that's not even close. Whatever. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, dude. I'm so sorry. If you want to phonetically type your name for me, I will make a conscious effort to say it. Ugh. Anyways, Marines and Hellions here should be able to hold, but he's not going to be able to comfortably build this command center. That's why you see the SCV held back there for a bit. He'll put it back on now, but it's always scary because you don't want to lose, you know, 2, much less 3, much less 4 SCVs trying to finish this dang thing. And it is now a little bit further behind. He says it's pronounced O'Keefe. That's bullshit. How is your name spelled O-C-A-O-I-M-H and it's pronounced O'Keefe? Go away. Yeah, unsub to me. I don't want to deal with this. Thank you, O'Keefe, for your sub. I appreciate it. Even if you're a pathological liar. Anyways, we have Ravens for both, by the way. And as we had just kind of showcased, they're very powerful. Now, that wasn't a matchup that wasn't, I'm going to call it even, because it was very different styles. It was mech versus bio. But it kind of really emphasized how powerful the early game Raven was when it took all those tanks out of play. So I think it's good that Future's going for it, but it's also a lot less risky. I don't know if he's actually going to commit to this cloak. This really does feel like a fake out in the odd chance Vindicta like scouts, but if he actually finishes the cloak, I'm excited to see what Banshee shenanigans he might be up to. There's still some Hyperflight Rotors builds that are not really that common. You might see Special or Innovation whip them out once in a blue moon, but okay, he does cancel it, so he's not going to commit to it. The whole point of that was just to make it look like it was going to be Banshees if Vindicta had scanned or scouted, which obviously didn't happen. So not a huge loss for Future to invest in that, but it would have paid off really well if that had worked out. But we should quickly highlight, not really a lot of SCVs dead this game, but still 10 workers in difference. And all of that comes down to this command center just being so delayed and so far behind what Future had been able to establish. So that's going to suck here for Vindicta for a bit. No matter how many mules he drops, he will be behind in income for some time. But his army supply is holding firm, and his, I guess we'll call it deficit, won't last that long. He's already on his way to a third base shortly, so that'll make up for being on location versus not on location. This actually won't quite even up, but this will bring him a lot closer than falling behind to a third. Because I don't think Vindicta had any plans or intentions to do like a 2-base all-in this game. What's going on with this? Oh, hell, I'm going to assume you came in from the front page. Let me give you a quick answer here, friendo. Although the chat's already kind of done it. This is our Season 3 finals for North America's Momentum Cups. Each win tonight is going to be worth $100. Some of these will be best of ones. Some of them will be best of threes. Just to be clear, a best of 3 is $100. A best of 1 is $100. Basically, advancing up the hill is worth $100. We have several of the best players in North America, but on top of that, some of the players who have more notably played in all of our cups leading up to this, rewarding them further for their, I guess we'll say loyalty, but more like diligence to keep playing tournaments regularly for us. But auto turret fights, not interference matrices. Interesting choice here. Auto turrets have a lot of damage, as you guys can see, but counter auto turrets do a pretty good job of pushing this off, and that's a dead siege tank, sadly. Past the point of the days where you could pick those up. Cyclones on the other side of the map could kill the Vikings if they weren't dogfighting them, but Vikings actually deal 20 damage to mechanical ground units. So, I don't know, somehow they shoot wrenches out of their Gatling guns, I guess, and they unscrew the screws. Beats me how that works, but the point is they deal bonus damage to mechanical, so Cyclones get wrecked, tanks get wrecked. Marines are trying to push up on this tank. It's a little awkward because the Autoturrets do so much damage in retaliation. Command Center finishes, but it's on fire. SCV's immediately trying to repair this. This damage out of Future was good, but it doesn't kill Vindicta or stop his third base. A little bit of a delay, kind of annoying, but the damage overall is somewhat minimal. And as you can see, you're actually finally getting caught up too on the income, which is nice. Rally Mod 04. I don't know if you're real or not. If you are, I gotta tell you, I love the game. So does everybody else on the stream, apparently. And high fives for developing it. But tanks firing on tanks over here. Future he saunters a little too close. And that tank's very near dead. Hey, you know what? Rally Mod? I'm in the Rally Discord. If you can verify that that's you, I would love to VIP badge you so people know that you're legit. Because I don't. But yeah, the Rally game's been a lot of fun. It's been great. I didn't think it would catch on, but I think the fact that we made the cards like memes of the channel just really, it was so nice. Anyway, so we missed a Marine, fighting a Marine over here. I was actually curious what was scouting. It's just 2 Marines chilling over here. What's really important for Future is while he's not exactly destroying Vindicta at the moment, he does actually have some pretty nice map control. As you can see, Vindicta's actually not pushed out much. He hasn't seen the third base, he hasn't seen the army or the wall or nothing. He's been so busy defending this game, so he is playing a little blind, but what you guys have to understand is that these guys are at a pro level, and you know, there's a lot to be said about understanding the pacing of the game. Yeah, sure, you didn't scout the third base, but you knew the timing it was down there. What he's scanning for now is just confirm there's like full saturation and that there's dedication. Oh, cool. That's actually a rally mod, by the way, guys. Quickly pester him. Give us some free bombs or something, bro. No, I'm going to VIP him in the chat just to verify. That's cool. Thank you for joining us tonight. Oh, I spelled VIP wrong. I accidentally spent VIP BAN. Just kidding. It's bio versus bio, which means it's going to be Marine tank versus Marine tank and no Marauder shenanigans, but we're still going to see a lot of emphasis on the Vikings, as you see here at a Future. 8 Vikings to 4 at the moment, giving these 2 Liberators more power than any amount of tanks. The tank line spread out actually really nicely out of Vindicta, but my fear is that because he's so spread out, he's also easily picked off by things like this. Oh, nice pickup out of Vindicta. Very hot pickup there. Oh, hey, Ojo just gifted a sub to Rally Mod. Nice. Okay, well, this is a pretty tough spot for Vindicta to be in right now. He knows he's outgunned in terms of air units, and he can't just make that... Like, you just can't send the fight and hope for the best. You will lose that every time. So he has to pull back and hope to force Vindicta into a bad spot, or hope Vindicta maybe makes a mistake. Trying to force an engagement now. He does take out the Liberators, allowing the Marines to dive in, but I don't know pushing into the tanks will work. Yeah, pulling back makes a lot of sense. Anti-armor hits, and for those who don't know why these units are painted orange, it's to indicate they all have -3 armor. And yes, if you go into the negatives, you do take bonus damage from all sources. So an SCV that hits for 5, hitting an armor with -3 armor would hit for 8, for example. It's tough to deal with. Meanwhile, that frontal push is still pressuring while that drop in the back was distracting. Ultimately, nothing too bad so far, though, because Vindicta's tanks have held the line for the time being. But, I mean, at some point, this Raven's going to have energy. We're going to see some more blackouts on units, and it's going to be really tough for Vindicta to fight if that's the case. But, oh... This tank is way too overexposed. We see some deaths for it. No pressure going on the other side of the field, so Future's just free to rally down these skinny-ass bridges through the middle of the map. Well, 4th base is up, though. He's gonna regret it. Future doesn't know about this, but this is what I'm talking about, like, understanding the pacing of the game. He knows there's something up here. Yeah, and even though it's running, I don't know. That's a lot of... He's overstimmed like crazy. This is so dangerous to do typically because there's no medevac support. Literally no medevac support. Actually, no, this was a terrible move because there's no medevac support. Hold on. So I didn't even realize... Of course he doesn't. The air advantage is because, you know, he's been building just Vikings. He hasn't been building medevacs. These Marines that are so overly stimmed are 1 tank blast from losing like a whole batch of them. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually think that Future's played this out well. I don't think he needed medevacs up to this point, but just to be clear, without being able to repair that stim damage, Yeah, Future's got 129 army supply, but like 29 of that is one shot from dead. And more importantly, one shot of splash damage from killing like 10. I think if there's a little bit of focus fire, this could go well for Vindicta, but that's a big if. I mean, look at this. He's still cut off. He cannot reinforce his own armies because he's split between his two bases thanks to this siege up out of Future. Future going to send the weak Marines in first, and they do get blasted away kind of as expected, but with all the army pulled back over here, Future's weak Marines push through. Oh my god, all these Marines are shooting. Oh, what the hell? It's going to work. Of course, it's not about that fight that mattered. It was this fight that mattered. Vindicta with a bit of a blitz move, though. Hold on, with Medivacs, he can win this fight. If he had more Marines. But this is something where this went from an unwinnable siege up. Vindicta's actually got a very good fighting chance. Not with the Medivacs getting targeted down, though. No, those are his advantage in the game. He knows it too. GG. Future will power on through, and he remains king of this hill.